The way forward, building something of my own. What's going on, everybody? I'm Brian Frazier, founder and designer of KYNDEO Activewear, and I want to welcome you to this conversation. Today, I'm not just here to talk about clothes. I'm not just here to promote a hoodie, a pair of joggers, a new collection, or another product drop. I want to talk about the bigger picture. I want to talk about why I created KYNDEO, where this brand is going, and what this new chapter means to me personally. For more than 22 years, I have served this country in the United States military. That service has shaped nearly every part of who I am. It taught me discipline, accountability, leadership, sacrifice, preparation, and the importance of continuing to move forward even when the path is difficult. The military gave me structure, it gave me responsibility, it gave me opportunities to lead, serve, travel, learn, and become stronger through experiences that challenged me mentally, physically, and emotionally. I'm proud of my service. I'm proud of the work I've done, the people I've served beside, and the responsibilities I've carried. But as I move closer to retirement, I've had to ask myself a serious question. What comes next? After spending more than 2 decades serving an organization, completing missions, supporting teams, and helping accomplish goals that were bigger than me, what do I want to build for myself and my family? The answer is KYNDEO. KYNDEO represents the next chapter of my life. It represents my decision to take everything I have learned over the past 22 years and use it to build something of my own from the ground up. This is about finally giving myself permission to pursue a dream. A lot of people spend years talking about what they want to do someday. They say they'll start the business when the timing is right. They'll write the book when they have more time. They'll launch the brand after they save more money. They'll take the chance once everything feels safe. But the truth is, there may never be a perfect time. Eventually, you have to make a decision. You have to believe in your own vision enough to begin before everything is completely figured out. That is what I am doing with KUNDO. I am building while learning. I am improving while moving. I am taking the discipline that carried me through my military career and applying it to entrepreneurship, design, branding, marketing, customer service, and business ownership. And I am doing it with the understanding that this is not going to happen overnight. I know building a respected activewear company takes time. It takes consistency. It takes investment. It takes mistakes, corrections, patience, and the willingness to keep improving. I'm not expecting one post, one product, or one collection to turn KYNDEO into a major brand overnight. I am building this one decision, one design, one customer, and one collection at a time. That is the way forward. KYNDEO was created around the way people actually live. Most of us do not wake up, go to the gym, finish our workout, and then return home with nothing else to do. We have full days. We train, but we also work. We travel. We run errands. We take care of our families. We attend meetings. We grab coffee. We handle business. We meet friends. We move through airports, offices, gyms, stores, restaurants, schools, and everyday life. I wanted to create activewear that understands that reality. I wanted clothing that could perform during a workout, but still look clean and intentional afterward. I wanted pieces that people could coordinate without overthinking the outfit. I wanted the hoodie, joggers, sneakers, shirt, bag, and accessories to work together as a complete lifestyle. That is why one of our major ideas is complete the fit. KYNDEO is not only about selling one isolated product, the vision is to help customers build a full look. You might start with a hoodie, but then you find the joggers that bring it together. You add the shoes, you choose the bag. Now you have something that works from training to travel and into the rest of your day. That versatility is central to the brand. Our message is simple, built for motion, made for everyday life. Motion is not limited to exercise. Motion is progress. Motion is change. Motion is leaving one chapter and walking into another. Motion is pursuing a goal when you could have stayed comfortable. That message speaks directly to where I am in my own life. I am moving from military service toward retirement. I am moving from carrying out established missions to creating my own mission. I am moving from wearing what someone else selected for me to designing something that represents my own ideas. I am moving from serving inside a system to building a system of my own. That transition is exciting, but I would be lying if I said it wasn't also challenging. When you have spent more than 22 years in the military, service becomes part of your identity. Your routine, responsibilities, relationships, and even the way you measure progress are connected to that life. Retirement means creating a new structure. It means deciding what your days will look like when nobody is handing you the mission. It means asking who you are outside of the uniform. For me, KYNDEO is part of that answer. I am still going to lead. I am still going to serve. I am still going to create opportunities. I am still going to build teams and help people move forward. The difference is that I will be doing it through something I created. That matters to me. KYNDEO is also deeply connected to my responsibility as a father. I have 3 daughters, and I think constantly about the example I am setting for them. I want my daughters to see that life does not end when one career ends. I want them to understand that it is never too late to create something new. I want them to see that ownership is possible. I want them to understand that an idea can become a product can become a business, and a business can become a legacy, but only when somebody is willing to put in the work. They have watched me serve for most of their lives. Now, I want them to watch me build. I want them to see the entire process, not only the polished final result. I want them to see the late nights, the design changes, the products that do not work the first time, the marketing lessons, the financial decisions, the customer feedback, and the moments when I have to go back and make something better, because that is what building really looks like. Social media often shows the finished product. It shows the launch, the photo shoot, the logo, the website, and the celebration. It does not always show the revisions, the uncertainty, the investment, or the number of times something had to be changed before it was ready. I want KYNDEO to be transparent about growth. We are a growing brand. We are learning, we are improving, we are paying attention to what customers want, what products perform well, what designs represent us best, and where we need to raise our standards. The goal is not to pretend that we are already at the finish line. The goal is to make sure we keep moving toward it. So, what does the way forward look like for KYNDEO? First, it means strengthening the identity of the brand. KYNDEO must always stand for something recognizable: movement, confidence, discipline, versatility, and purpose. I want people to see KYNDEO and understand that this is activewear for full days and real lives. The brand must feel athletic, but it should not be limited to athletes. You do not have to be a professional competitor or spend every day inside a gym to wear KYNDEO. You might be beginning your fitness journey. You might be balancing work and family. You might be someone who simply values comfort and wants to look put together. KYNDEO should meet you where you are while encouraging you to keep moving forward. Second, the way forward means improving the quality and consistency of every collection. I am focused on better designs, stronger brand placement, improved product presentation, and collections that feel connected instead of random. Every color, logo placement, pattern, and product needs to have a purpose. We are developing complete looks across hoodies, tees, joggers, leggings, sports bras, shorts, sneakers, bags, and accessories. The goal is for customers to recognize how the products work together. I want KYNDEO to become a place where you can build your entire gym to street outfit within one brand. Third, we are continuing to invest in visual storytelling. People need to see how the products fit into real life. That means showing KYNDEO in the gym, but also at the airport, on the sidewalk, inside a cafe, during a travel day, while running errands, and in the everyday spaces where our customers actually live. Our lifestyle images and videos are not just there to make the products look good. They are there to show the customer what the brand means. The message is that you do not have to change who you are every time you change environments. You can move from the workout into the rest of your life and still feel confident in what you are wearing. Fourth, KYNDO will continue developing seasonal collections and more intentional releases. Our upcoming fall collection is an important step in that direction. Fall gives us an opportunity to focus on layers, richer colors, hoodies, joggers, complete sets, and products that work during cooler mornings and longer days. But this collection is bigger than a seasonal release. It is part of the continued evolution of KYNDEO. Every collection should teach us something. It should show us what customers connect with, what fits into their lives, and where the brand should go next. We are not just trying to release more products. We are trying to release better products with stronger stories. Fifth, the way forward involves building a real community around the brand. I do not want KYNDEO to feel like a company that only appears when it wants someone to buy something. I want people to feel like they are watching and participating in the growth of the brand. That is why I encourage people to follow the journey, join the newsletter, share feedback, wear the products, post their fits, and tell us what they want to see next. The people who support KYNDEO early are not just customers, they are part of the foundation. Years from now, when the brand has expanded, I want those people to be able to say, I was there while it was being built. That is meaningful. I also want KYNDEO to create opportunities. As the business grows, the vision includes working with designers, creators, photographers, fitness professionals, models, marketers, and community partners. I want to collaborate with people who understand the brand and can help us tell the story in authentic ways. KYNDEO is a Black owned and veteran owned business, and I am proud of both parts of that identity. But I also want the brand to connect broadly with anyone who believes in discipline, movement, confidence, and building a better future. Our identity should be clear, but our invitation should be wide. This brand is for people who are moving toward something. Maybe you are working toward better health. Maybe you are preparing for a new career. Maybe you are building a business. Maybe you are starting over after a difficult season. Maybe you are simply trying to become more disciplined and consistent in your everyday life. Whatever your goal is, movement matters. You do not always have to move quickly, but you have to keep moving. That principle has carried me through military service, and it is carrying me into entrepreneurship. One of the most important things I have learned during 22 years of service is that motivation alone is not enough. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is what keeps the mission moving when the excitement wears off. There are days when I feel energized about every part of KYNDEO. There are also days when something goes wrong, a design needs to be changed, technology does not work the way I expected, or progress feels slower than I want. Those are the days when discipline matters. Building a business requires showing up when there is no applause. It requires making decisions when you do not have every answer. It requires being honest about weaknesses without losing confidence in the overall vision. I am bringing that mindset into KYNDEO. I am not building this brand because I believe it will always be easy. I am building it because I believe it is worth the effort. There is something powerful about taking an idea that existed only in your mind and making it real. The first time you see your logo on a product, it feels different. The first time you wear something you designed, it feels different. The first time another person chooses to spend their money on something you created, it feels different. That person is trusting your vision. They are trusting your standards. They are trusting you to give them something worth wearing. I do not take that lightly. Every purchase is support, but it is also a responsibility. As KYNDEO grows, I want the customer experience to grow with it. That means improving the website, making product categories easier to navigate, providing clearer sizing information, creating stronger product images, and making it easier for people to complete the fit. It means listening when customers have questions. It means addressing issues honestly. It means making sure the brand's presentation matches the quality we are working toward. The long-term vision is for KNDO to become a respected activewear and lifestyle company with a recognizable identity and a loyal community. I want us to be known for designs that stand out without feeling forced. I want our products to feel coordinated, functional, and wearable. I want KYNDEO to represent confidence without arrogance. I want the brand to feel premium, but still connected to real people. I want customers to feel like they are wearing something with purpose behind it. The vision includes growing beyond an online storefront. I see collaborations, I see pop-up events, I see fitness and lifestyle campaigns, I see partnerships with creators and athletes. I see KYNDEO in more communities, more gyms, more cities, and more countries. I see the brand becoming something my daughters can be proud of and possibly participate in if they choose. I see KYNDEO becoming part of what I leave behind. That is the difference between simply selling products and building a legacy. A product can be purchased and eventually replaced. A legacy influences what comes after you. I want this brand to prove that a person can serve for 22 years, close one meaningful chapter, and still have the courage to begin again. Retirement is not the end of my working life. It is the beginning of building life on my own terms. For years, my schedule, assignments, locations, and responsibilities were connected to the needs of the military. Soon, I will have the opportunity to direct more of my time and energy toward the things I want to create. I do not want to waste that opportunity. I want to wake up with a mission I chose. I want to build something I can point to and say, that started as an idea and I gave it everything I had. KYNDEO is that mission. I am not walking away from the lessons of military service. I am carrying them with me. The planning, the discipline, the resilience, the attention to detail, the understanding that no mission succeeds without people, the willingness to adjust when conditions change, the ability to keep moving under pressure, all of that is coming with me into this next chapter. But entrepreneurship also requires me to develop new skills. I am learning more about design, e-commerce, production, marketing, social media, customer behavior, technology, and storytelling. I am learning that creativity and discipline are not opposites. The strongest ideas still need structure to become real. I am also learning to trust my own voice. For years, I worked inside systems with established standards and procedures. Building KYNDEO requires me to decide what the standard will be. What does the brand look like? What does it sound like? What products belong? What message are we sending? What do we refuse to compromise? Those decisions shape the identity of the company. And while I am building this for my future, I hope the story also encourages somebody else. You may be close to retirement. You may be leaving a long career. You may be thinking about starting a business. You may have an idea you have delayed because you are afraid it is too late. It is not too late. You do not have to know everything before you begin. You do need to be willing to learn. You need to be willing to start small. You need to be willing to improve publicly. You need to accept that the first version may not be the final version. And you need enough belief in your vision to continue when other people do not yet see it. That is where I am with KYNDEO. I see what this brand can become. I understand that we are still building the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. But I also know that every strong company started somewhere. Every recognized logo was once new. Every major brand once had its first customer. Every founder once had to explain the vision before the results could speak for themselves. This is my time to build. The next phase of KYNDEO will be about consistency, quality, community, storytelling, and growth. You will see stronger collections. You will see more complete fits. You will see more lifestyle content. You will see more of the founder's journey. You will see the process of building this brand in real time. And I want you to come along for that journey. Follow KYNDEO on social media. Visit the store. Join the newsletter. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you want to see. Share the brand with somebody who values activewear, entrepreneurship, veteran-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses, or simply the story of someone building a dream after decades of service. Supporting a growing brand is about more than buying a product. Sometimes it is sharing a post. Sometimes it is telling someone about the company. Sometimes it is providing honest feedback. Sometimes it is wearing the product and showing people how you styled it. All of that helps us grow. I appreciate every person who has supported KNDEO so far. I appreciate the people who followed when the audience was small. I appreciate everyone who has purchased something, shared something, offered advice, or encouraged me to keep building. You are helping me turn this next chapter into something real. And I want to be clear, I am just getting started. 22 years of service taught me how to complete a mission. Now I am applying that same commitment to a dream of my own. Kiendio is where discipline meets creativity. It is where performance meets everyday life. It is where one chapter of service begins to transform into a new chapter of ownership. This brand is being built for motion because life never stops moving. It is being made for everyday life because the clothes we wear should work in the real world, not only inside a photo shoot. It is being built for people who have goals, responsibilities, families, careers, workouts, travel plans, and full days ahead of them. Most importantly, it is being built with purpose. So when you see KYNDEO, I want you to see more than a logo. I want you to see a 22-year service member preparing for a new mission. I want you to see a father showing his three daughters what it looks like to believe in an idea. I want you to see a founder learning, adjusting, and refusing to stop. I want you to see a growing brand with a clear vision and the discipline to pursue it. The way forward is not about forgetting where I came from. It is about using everything that journey gave me to build where I am going next. This is my transition. This is my dream. This is my opportunity to create something of my own from the ground up. And this is only the beginning. Thank you for taking the time to hear the story. Thank you for supporting the vision. Thank you for being part of the KYNDEO journey. Stay connected, join the newsletter, follow the growth, and keep watching what we build next. KYNDEO Activewear, built for motion, made for everyday life. Train, travel, move like the whole day is yours.